All right. This is another edition of Vaccine Truth News. This I'm going to address false claims. Apparently the mother, I can't say her name, for this very small population that knows what I'm talking about. This mother is upset. She's tired. And these are my observations. Empirical instance. So let's talk. There's this one thing. It's on Dating Psychos. I have a little thing on there. And it was supposed to be written by an ex-boyfriend who I have a protective order, who has 16 pages of different charges. I think the last one was inflicting bodily fluids on an employee. That's a felony. One of them, this is his charges. One of them's, how did they term it? Lewd something to a minor under the age of 16. He used to be a boxer. Let's talk about who he is. His name's Marty Adair. And he used to be a boxer. He was in robotics. He had a nice house, nice car. And he got on steroids. Please understand he's Native American. And certain chemicals will affect them differently, and this is just a fact. So he became a different person on steroids. We're not talking about the pharmaceutical steroids. We're talking about the steroids you buy on the street to build your body up. Some of them, they're obviously not legal, and they're not safe. He then went to street drugs. And honestly, I don't know too much about that, other than he became very violent. At one point, he had one hand around my throat and the other hand pulled back in a fist. There was glass everywhere. It was one of the worst days. Not the worst, but one of the worst. So, of course, I filed a protective order. He tried to file a protective order against me. And then one was dismissed. Lack of evidence, something like that. But anyway, later he started staying at the jail on a consistent basis. He would maybe stay out of jail for a month or two, maybe to go to a psychiatric hospital, because he damaged his brain. So if you want to believe a site called Dating Psychos, and I cannot get that removed, none of that is true. That is an old picture, by the way. I'm proud to say that I've lost 87 pounds, maybe more now. It's been a bad week. I think I probably lost a little bit more weight. My hair has been red for 3 years, almost 3 years. I guess in May or June it'll be 3 years. But if you want to believe that, you go right ahead. Anybody, I can make one of you. But I'm not that type of person. I'm not vindictive. I'm surprised to see that you are, Mother. I'm referring to this person as Mother. And I can say that I have a show called Vaccine Truth News Radio. I can say that. I can do that. Because the law allows me to. I'm not infringing on anyone. I've always had the word truth in my podcast. Always. And within the last 6 to 7 months, I have truly focused on vaccines. People look at a podcast and they want to know what the content is. That is one way to do that. A lot of people call me truth. So, you can't own me. You're really misdirecting all your anger and all your effort towards the wrong thing. What about the vaccine mandates? What about that? You seem a little bit obsessed, just looking at it. And I'm tweeting you. I might reply to you, but I'm not tweeting you. I'm not calling you. I'm not putting anything about you on my Facebook or on my Twitter other than a response to you. That's not cyber stalking. You can try and spin it however you want. But these are my views on vaccines. And this is really petty. I mean, I hate it that you look like a fool. And it's easily dismissed, that little dating psycho thing. I mean, come on, even the site Dating Psychos. I don't like Cheetos, by the way. I think that's on there. I hate Cheetos. I really cannot. I've never, ever liked Cheetos. They're gross. But anyway, you can look at my legal things if you want. You'll see that I'm the one that got a 3-year protective order. He never accomplished that because he had no grounds, because he was beating the hell out of me. Again, I mean, you have a knee-jerk reaction. I'm really starting to question your site now. Because if this is the way you handle me, and you really haven't done your research, and I would answer any question openly. I don't have a problem with that. Not to mention the fact that I have cancer, and I'm tired, and I really don't need this. This is my platform. This is my platform. I don't understand maybe somebody's whispering in your ear. Just like they say, get rid of all the vaccines. And that's an idiot statement, by the way. I'm not fully anti-vaccines. I'm for safe vaccines. I've been like that the entire time. This has not been a secret. This has not been a secret. I've always said that we need to go back to the table and look at the vaccine fillers. Always. If I beat this cancer, which doesn't look good. It just doesn't look good. And I have to be a realist. I'd like to go back and finish my education. I have an offer for someone to finance it, I guess it would be a good way to say it. Epidemiology. That's what I would like to do. But, I'm a long way from where I stand in a PhD. Just a long way, but I am capable. It would feel so good to get that accomplished. So, how long have I been talking? I'd slept for a long time. I had collapsed at that Valentine party that we had. I had to put my older child in public school this week because I don't have the energy to teach a high school curriculum that we use. Just don't have it. So it's a big relief that I don't have to worry about teaching that now. So I don't get. I know the real reason is because the real reason you're upset is because I reported someone that was a friend of yours, probably still is a friend of yours, to the powers that be. And it would have been a felony not to do so. I mean, God, if you heard what I heard, you would have been appalled. You would have been nauseous. I was nauseous. Thinking I get nauseous easy. But to those listening, you really need to get a life. I don't have much of one left. So I've had a lot of those things taken down. That happened back in May, June. I'm just really tired. If you want to believe some psycho, you go ahead. You go right ahead. But it will show that I'm the one that got a protective order, not him. That he's the one that has served time over and over and over, not me. I mean, think about it. think it might have been lewd molestation to a minor under the age of 16. Oh, also on Marty Adair, there was a news article, I think it was in Delaware, the city of Delaware, about a naked man that was outside of the elementary, and he was going to cut the electric. that was him. I mean, he's truly out of his mind now. He's brain damaged. And I also have no ill will towards him either. I think it's sad. He left himself a long time ago. I raise our daughter. I do that alone. Sometimes I do that in fear. Because he really does not know the difference between right and wrong. He could kill me and get by with it by insanity. Because he does not know the difference between right and wrong. He does not have that capacity. But you, and I'll still call you my friend, you have the capacity to know the difference between right and wrong. And what you're doing is wrong. I do not hate you or hold no ill will. I'm dying. I don't have it. Well, I hope your Valentine's Day will go better. And you'll take your energies and force it on Big Pharma. I highly doubt that your website is real anymore. After I've seen your treatment of me, a dying woman. Alright. Hopefully she won't send any more tweets. She can call the police if she wants. They'll laugh at her. I haven't done anything to her. So, I wish you well, though. And if you want to get angry at me for saying I wish you well, then get angry. So, let me look over here. Oh, hey, how are you? I'm looking at the chat. I don't know if you're still there. Oh, it's this anti-vaccine lady. Yeah. Oh, man, I'm tired. I've had the day from hell, Todd. Just health-wise. You remember that dating psycho thing that the BWC had put up about me? They're acting like that's real. I mean, that shows how crazy they can be. That's probably her tweeting. Another thing, she says I'm cyber stalking her. Get this, Todd. She, on Facebook, tags me, talks about me, tells people to block me, how bad I am, how evil I am. I'm very powerful, Todd. Apparently I'm very powerful. And then on Twitter, she tells people to block me, and she's not affiliated with me. She gave me permission to do voiceovers of her articles, and I did that out of the kindness of my heart. And I pushed her website. And I'm not pushing her website now. I mean, she said that. And she's been on my show. I mean, Christ. Oh, I don't know. She got slammed on the Today Show about, oh gosh. It was on a Monday. Not this Monday, but last Monday. And I felt so badly for her because that's the power of the almighty edit, They're going to edit and spin it the way they want to. And it's not going to be in her favor. But she was able to record the whole interview, and I thought she did rather well. But that's a lot of pressure. And it's been like that on her for quite some time. And the Debbie meltdowns? Yeah. Well, I'm the target, apparently. So. But it's not a big deal. I don't have a big listenership. But this is something I can do that I want to do before I die. If she wants to squash that, then let her try. I'll be dead before she gets any injunction. And she won't get it. I know she won't get it. I'm not impersonating her. I never have. I never said I was her. So, I don't know. It's just a woman that's considered an anti-vaccine opponent, and she's having a hard time. So I say we pray for her. We wait for her to get some rest and some perspective. So, and she's really, really mad that I reported her friend. And she said it in a message on Facebook. As she's slamming me, as she's telling other people to block me, she had not blocked me at that time. She's sending me messages, and I sent her messages. I've known this woman for quite some time, and I could never